It's a warm and comfy 74 degrees here and partly cloudy here in Indiana, Pennsylvania. The summer is about to end. Dog days are indeed over. The pumpkin spice lattes are coming out and the warm apple cider is drizzling down the cups. I'm Vincent Lowry here at George P. Miller Stadium in Frank Signetti Field. I'm joined by my good friend.
Hi folks, Michael Grivna. Happy to be back for another game of IUP football as your color commentator.
You know, Mike, as we move into the last game before conference play, what's being established on the field and becoming the bread and butter of this IUP team is the backfield of Brown and Bullock.
Yeah, Vinny, this dual threat tandem of running backs is establishing themselves as a powerhouse in the entire PSAC. If you take a look at these stats, Samir Bullock is number 2 with 282 yards, with DeJuan Brown 140 yards at number 10, just behind number 1 Marcus Jones.
And then let's take a look at the plays that established sophomore Samir Bullock and true freshman Dwayne Brown as the 1-2 punch of this backfield.
Yeah, the first play you have right here, Samir Bullock cutting to the inside, grinding his gears, finding a way to get a first down for a beautiful 15-yard run. The second one here, you have Dwayne Brown rumbling and bumbling, showing no fear, running over some defenders for a nice 15-yard run. And the third play, another run by Dwayne Brown, going right up the gun, taking defenders with him, dragging them with his tree trunks he has for legs. And the last play is the first touchdown of Dwayne Brown's young career, the true freshman, right up the right side, not even touched for a touchdown. So, Vinny, who do you think is going to get the most touches today, Samir Bullock or Dwayne Brown? You know me, the man of the Samir Bullock fan club. I'm taking Samir Bullock, hands down. You're going to get more touches today.
Mike, you'll always pick Samir, no matter who's on the field. Could be a professional NFL player. You're always going to go with Samir. I don't know. Samir had a rough game last week. Not necessarily rough, but Brown was on top. You know, Brown is on that high of his debut from last week, and I think Brown's going to take more touches for this game against Cheney. And actually, speaking of Cheney, Mike, actually moving on to Cheney, since 2012, they've beaten a PSAC team. The Crimson Hawks are 8-0 all-time against Cheney, including 4 shutout victories since 2012, and IUP averages 55.5 points in those 4 shutouts.
Yeah, IUP has won 12 straight home games. The last game they lost was a cross-divisional opponent, Kutztown. They lost 34-33 in 2015. That was the last IUP loss, and IUP has never lost to Cheney in 8 straight games, and that comes from 2012.
And moving on to one of our well-respected quarterbacks. Congratulations to Lenny Williams for IUP Athlete of the Week. He has been on a tear thus far this season, starting his 2017 campaign.
The 2017 career season has been great for Lenny Williams. 513 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. He is third in the entire PSAC with a 63% completion rating. Lenny Williams is also 1 touchdown away from tying Hall of Famer Michael Mann for 5th all-time in the IUP record books, 4 touchdowns.
You know, after last week, Dwayne Brown had his breakout debut. Do you think Coach Tortorella wrote that down on his script and said, hey, maybe we could give another player a try on the roster? Do you think that's a time for this game?
In a game like this, I would say yes. Cheney has not come in with the best record, so you might see Coach Tortorella put some of the younger guys in to get them some reps. But this could easily be a trap game for the Crimson Hawks. So if it's a tight game going neck and neck down the field, you cannot rest your starters. You play to win the game. You need to win the game first.
Winning the game is always a top priority. Let's take a look at the keys to the game.
Yeah, Vinny, my keys for success today is discipline. You cannot make dumb penalties. You can't get the 15 yards down the field for pass interference. You need to play smart. The second off, you need to run the ball. Like we said earlier, you have 2 of the best running backs in the entire PSAC. Use them to your advantage. And lastly, you need to come out of this game injury-free. We have a long stretch of PSAC games coming up that you need to stay healthy for, and you need your star players in those games to win.
Thank you, Mike. IUP versus Cheney right here on the Crimson Hawk Sports Network. I'm Vincent Lowry. This is Mike Grivna. We'll be right back. Welcome to George P. Miller Stadium and Frank Signetti Field. We have the matchup of IUP Crimson Hawks versus Cheney. I'm Vincent Lowry, your play-by-play commentator with my good friend.
How's it going, folks? Michael Griffin up here in the booth with my man Vincent Lowry. We're going to call one heck of a game here. So sit down, get the popcorn ready, and hope you enjoy the show.
And they'll send it down to the field for the coin toss.
You know, you guys are the captains. Embrace your roles as captains. Make sure you keep everybody on your team out of trouble so we don't have to do anything. Like I said, you guys have any questions today, we'll be glad to help you out. This is the coin, this is heads, and this is tails. Cheney, you're the visitor. You have the choice of heads or tails. Tails is the call. Step back, I'm going to let him out. Tails. Heads. The choice you want to receive, like to defend. Face your back to that goal, turn and face your back to that goal.
And the IUP Crimson Hawks have chosen to receive the ball to kick things off here at George P. Miller Stadium. It's 11:57 here in Indiana, Pennsylvania. 74 degrees out. You know, they said it was comfy, partly cloudy, but Mike, it's sunny and it's warm.
Yeah, Vinny, I'll be completely honest with you. I'm sweating a little bit. It is a little toasty up here in this booth, I'm not gonna lie. I have my dress clothes on, my tie, you know, up here looking snazzy, but still, man, what is the point of a break?
You know, this past 2 weeks we've been kind of cold up here. I don't know about you, Mike. I mean, you've been hot, so you've enjoyed the cold weather, but now we're pretty toasty up here, up in the booth.
Oh, that week 1 night game versus Ashland. It was beautiful out. It was nighttime. It was about 62 degrees. There was a beautiful breeze.
Maybe 50 degrees on that. I don't know about
50,
62.
Whatever it was, I loved it. It was nice. It was cool, calm, a nice breeze up here. You know, keeps me cool so I didn't get a big hot head up in the booth. But I am excited to see what our IUP Crimson Hawks can do against these Cheney Wolves. But I will not put it past quarterback number 15 for the Wolves, Dominic Trouts, the senior, 6'1", 200 pounds, to come out here and try to put a damper on the Crimson Hawks' 2-0 start.
Yeah, Mike, IUP 2-0, but they've had trouble past 2 games with outside containment with quarterbacks. The scrambling, the play action, they've been having trouble with containing them. I mean, if Trouts can get around the outside and if the defensive ends and outside linebackers can't commit to the tackle, I mean, they're going to be in trouble. But, I mean, the IUP defense, they just keep dominating every single game. I mean, even at Ashland, I mean, we were down by 7. They blocked the field goal, and now we're back in it. So we're 2-0 here coming into Cheney, and we are about to set things off for IUP. Back to receive is McNeil for IUP along with Brown. McNeil receives it at the 3-yard line, running up the middle, finds a few blocks, a little bit more, coming out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, very nice return by number 83, Dahl McNeil.